Well, I'm Carlos Javier Mateo Ramos. I'm Puerto Rican. I was born in Puerto Rico. Um, I live in Geneva for the past 19, 20 years, so I've been here for a while. My love over here is Madison Kayla Murray, and she's 20 years old. Well, 21, turned yesterday. I'm 20. I said we met in Geneva on the streets, basically in the in front of my house.
That doesn't sound right at all.
It does sound right.
We met on the streets in front of his house.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly how I picture it. It was exactly like I was on the porch, you was next door in the middle, just on the side of the street. That's actually worked.
Wow. He only had his basketball shorts on, and he
Oh, now she
winked
getting
at
into
me.
the description.
Yes.
I was trying to leave it general, not
No.
specific.
He winked at me, and he smiled, and that's how I started talking to him.
But we
I would love to
help each other
go
out.
buy ice cream when I want it. You know, if I'm craving a big thing of papaya, I want to be able to go buy like 4 or 5 of them, stock up on them, go to some Taco Bell. But ever since I've been with him, I've changed my whole perspective. I guess that's what you said, perspective on life. I'm more positive now. My motivation was low when I first met him. Now it's gotten higher and it's building up. If it wasn't for him, I would still be the person that I was 2 years ago when I moved up to Geneva. And that person was really, really bad. I would be probably still homeless, living on the streets. But I met him and he motivated me to get a job, you know, do the things that I'm supposed to do. And then we talked to his sister, and she was like, oh, you can go to the pregnancy care center. And I'm like, is that the place I was gonna go to get my pregnancy test? And then we came here, and then that's when we signed up, and we've been coming here ever since.
So it was your sister that told you about it?
My sister.
Your sister.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She has 3 children. She's been through this program. All 3 were children.
Okay.
And the oldest one is 9. So
Wow.
9 years.
I was bounced from home to home since I was younger, like from my mom's. Well, it first started when I set my mother's bedroom room on fire. I was like 5, and she beat me with a belt buckle. Not the belt, it was a leather belt buckle at that. And I got put into foster care. I went from there to my grandma's, back to foster care, back to my father's. The cops were called. They put us in foster care. Long story short, he was doing something really bad, and they put us in foster care. Back to my mom's, back to foster care, back to my grandma's. I will not parent my daughter how my parents parented me. I would never slap my daughter in the face, you know, hit her with belts, you know, objects. I'll never do that. Like, there's no reason for a child to be, you know, bounced. They told me if I went back to foster care, I'd have to stay there until I was 18, and I was like 11, 12. So there's no reason to put a child's life in jeopardy because you want to do something stupid, you know? I just don't want my daughter to grow up like I did.
Well, the other one is my mother. My mother is everything to me. My role model. She's my best friend. Everything to me. She's always been there. But I will almost do everything, almost not everything that she have done, the same. The only thing I'll change is like the attention that she had to me, because there was a different attention. She had 4 kids in the house, a single mother, and I realized this when I was older, because I actually sat down and actually thought about it, like, why didn't she pay attention to me always? Why didn't she always talk to me? Why didn't she do this? Why did she always had me as another adult in the house, never as a kid, never as a child? And I always thought about that. But at the same time, it's like, when I got older and I understood the responsibility that I had back then, I was like, now I understood why she always turned to me instead of me turning to her, and I didn't have a childhood. So it's like back to back. She didn't have a father or anything else. She didn't have a husband there. She didn't have her parents. So she only relied back on one person, was her son. The way I was raised, though, I would let my daughter have a childhood. That's something I really want. At least not to grow up too fast. I wanted to do this. I've overlooked it as in I've never been unprepared for anything. In tests, schools, exams, everything else, I've always been prepared. Even with a child, we're not prepared always, but I don't like to be unknown. Like, yes, I don't know anything about being a father or anything else, but I can learn. Everything is about learning, and I like that. I've heard that fathers are not showing up. It's kind of awkward. It shows that how fatherly are you want to be, or how good you want to be in your children's life, in order to just a commitment. That's it. Just learning.
They're like shocked.
Yeah.
Because you don't get many men to participate in, things that has to do with their upcoming baby and, taking daddy classes. Not many people have heard of another man doing it with the pregnant wife. Because nowadays, mostly all dudes just get a girl pregnant and then leave them, You don't see many fathers in children's lives anymore. So when he's doing it, they're like, oh my goodness, congratulations, so excited.
They started with, Madison came and we said to Carlos, are you going to attend the classes? And he's like, yeah, why wouldn't I? And we were like, because nobody does.
If no one has.
And so he came to a couple classes, and we had told him that Dale would maybe want to work with him. And so then he and Dale worked together for maybe a month or 5 weeks.
Yeah, not that long.
And then they joined up and started doing, as couple to couple, which, I can hear them laughing, and they don't come out for 2 hours, so I know that it's going well.
And she has more experience than her, but then she learns from her, and then she learns from her. And the same thing for me and Pastor Dale, same thing for me and her. It just keeps going back and forth. You have 4 knowledges in one area that's different.
I guess it's because I can come here and I can talk to her, about my problems, and she already knows it, and it's something for him to do too. Not many fathers participate in their child's life, and when you do have one, it's better to cherish it than to let it go to waste.